Hi, my name is Una. I also go by Sustainable Rebel on my social media platforms, which is one, Instagram, follow me, so today I'm going to talk about conscientious living, and I'm just going to give 3 ways that you can live more conscientiously. Right now, I'm in the United States, and I try to live as ethically as possible, which takes a good amount of effort, discipline, faith, and to some extent privilege. So the reason why I say it takes some amount of privilege is because a lot of the things that I have learned, a lot of the realizations I've come to that have made me want to become more ethical, I have made during college. And not everybody has access to college, and it's not extremely affordable, so that limits a lot of people that are able to dedicate time and energy to learning exactly what they are doing when they buy a product, when they use a product, when they promote a product. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about what I have come to realize, and I can't put it all in one video because there's a lot and I'm still currently learning about that, but I just wanted to talk about some of the ways that I go about living conscientiously. So the first thing that I would say is being vegan. It's when you take the utilitarian perspective of trying to cause the least harm, billions to trillions of animals are killed every year, and a lot of people that you love and that are genuine and there for justice, they contribute to the slaughter and torture of non-human animals. And I was one of those people. So I grew up eating meat, I grew up eating all kinds of flesh and all kinds of animal products, like stolen breast milk from cows, and they use that breast milk and make a variety of cheeses, which was the last thing that I gave up when I went vegan. Fish, the period of chickens, which is eggs, those little other eggs, caviar. Like, there's a lot of things that are derived from animal products or from animal flesh, and I realized that when you buy a product that's derived from animals, it brings misery, and it caused an animal to suffer, and it also causes the person who's eating it to suffer. It kills you, it harms you. Physically, it has been scientifically proven to harm you because of the saturated fat, the high cholesterol, the added antibiotics, the added chemicals. There's a lot of stuff, but also spiritually and mentally it hurts you. This stuff is not good for you. I have been into places where they keep these animals locked up and enslaved, and I've been inside a factory farm, and it's horrific. It smells horrific. You can barely breathe. You do not want to be there for 5 minutes, let alone your whole lifetime. And these animals are, and people put the products of this industry inside their bodies to fuel them, to be strong and healthy. And it's a lie, it's a facade. It doesn't actually make you strong, it doesn't actually make you healthy. And even sometimes, because our bodies are incredible vessels, they're able to take nutrition from these horrible products, but you might not be able to see it, but your heart is being clogged. Like, your arteries are being clogged. And heart disease is the number 1 killer in the United States, number 1 killer in developed nations. And it's wild because the number 1 killer globally is starvation. People dying of hunger. That's the number 1 killer globally. That kills more people annually than heart disease, which is baffling because a lot of reasons why people have heart disease is because they overeat and they eat really unhealthy food, and then yet there's more people that don't have enough food, which is a whole other topic of like within eating ethically, there's a lot of things, and that is just the skim of veganism, because veganism includes what you wear, because we do not wear anything that doesn't belong to us. Fur doesn't belong to us, wool doesn't belong to us, and of course all these things are necessity. Sometimes it is necessary to eat an animal if you are indigenous, if you live in a jungle and you're trying to survive, and you see a honey hive up in a huge ass tree and you climb it and you eat it. Like, that is the circle of life, and that is using your resources. What we do to animals here in the United States and other places that factory farm these creatures, these beautiful, amazing, living creatures, that is slavery. That is horrible. That is not okay. And that's definitely not for survival. That's for profit and desire and taste, and it's not good. On top of that, it takes land, it takes other resources, it takes resources of food that we can be giving to people who are starving to death. Water, like, there are people here in this country that don't have access to clean water, let alone other countries that are not a fucking monopoly or super dog of the global economy. So pretty much, if you want to help, I will make other videos talking about veganism, because that is an umbrella of trying to be ethical, and you don't even have to like animals personally to want to be vegan, because it helps everyone, since animal agriculture is a leading cause for climate change. So if you just care about the environment, which affects everyone, then you'd be vegan. So we'll talk about that more, and climate change and environmental justice and environmentalism in general, ecofeminism. There's a lot to talk about, but that's just a first step. Go vegan if you want to live ethically. Taking the utilitarian perspective, you save the most lives, you reduce the most suffering by being vegan. The next thing I would say is being zero waste. Obviously, that is a complete transitional journey. I wasn't zero waste last year. I just became zero waste, or started living zero waste in 2019 in January, which is this year. I started being low waste September 2017. So it took me a while to be fully zero waste, or to label myself as fully zero waste. And so I definitely know that it's going to take effort, and it's going to take resources, or it's going to take you putting in your resources to know how to be zero waste, and that's your energy, your time, your effort, your will. But you can do it. You can do it. I did it, and I believe in you. I genuinely believe that everybody has potential to do very good, helping, beneficial things, or very horrible, bad, immoral things. And we all have potential to choose what to do. And so I'm saying, choose to do good things. Choose to make beneficial decisions for yourself, for others, for the environment, for all beings. Because we are all connected. We all came from the same life source. We all breathe the same air. Well, yeah, we'll say that. I'm sure, obviously there's creatures that breathe very differently than we do, but you catch my drift. And yeah, so be fucking zero waste. Start transitioning to zero waste. Slowly reduce one item, like water bottles. Do not use water bottles anymore. Do not use disposable plastic anymore. When you go out to eat, say no to straws. Say no to any disposable plastic. So going to Starbucks, which I obviously don't which I obviously don't recommend, because they sell animal products there anyway, and you're trying to avoid institutions and companies that profit off of animal abuse. Obviously, again, that's a preference thing. That is a ethical thing. I still shop at places that sell animal cruelty, like grocery stores, but I try to be conscientious of the places I go. And obviously, if I'm in a place that there's a vegan restaurant versus a non-vegan restaurant, I try to 90% of the time go to the vegan restaurant. And yeah, that's like another goal of mine, to like eventually never go to anywhere that sells animal cruelty. And with the progression of the vegan movement, I think it's going to be a lot easier, because they're starting to make, you know, vegan grocery stores and even zero waste grocery stores and zero waste vegan grocery stores. And so, you know, some people, thankfully, they are taking their time to help us out, to help us transition during these periods. And yeah, I'm really thankful for those people, because yeah, if I never saw a video of some girl telling me that she's zero waste and with like a little jar of trash, and I'm like, I want to do that, then who knows how long it would take me to be zero waste. Who knows if I would be zero waste now. So yeah, just definitely be conscientious of what you buy, but which is like one of the motivations to be zero waste. And yeah, so those are just two huge ways to live conscientiously. There's a lot of other things. I also believe you should be active, you should speak your mind, you should stand against injustice wherever you see it. Yeah, a lot of people don't have voices, a lot of people are silenced, and if you have the opportunity to speak up for someone, if you have the opportunity to speak up when you see someone discriminating against a group of people, an individual, non-human animals, the environment, then you should say something about it. So yeah, those are 3 ways to live conscientiously. Be active, practice veganism, practice zero waste, or like start transitioning to low/zero waste lifestyle. My YouTube journey, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I make more than one fucking video, but we'll see. And that's it. Bye.